Picture a moment so quiet you can hear your heartbeat tapping in your ears. Now, imagine the silence bending, as if the dark itself just leaned forward to listen back. That lurch in your gut is older than stone tools, and it never lies for long. Tonight's 3 survivors learned that lesson the pulse-pounding way, and by the time we're done, you might rethink every cracked window, every crunch of leaves, every pair of headlights that lingers in your rear view. Sawyer Briggs had chased isolation all spring, but Bitterroot Pass, a nameless fire road in western Montana, felt like raw, undiluted aloneness. The trailhead was nothing but a rust-gnawed metal post, its once yellow arrows bleached bone-white. 8 miles in, the pines closed around a clearing, just wide enough for his one-person tent. Twilight washed the granite peaks indigo, a melt stream whispered somewhere below, and Sawyer fed small branches to a newborn campfire. A crisp crunch fractured the hush. Out of the tree line stepped a backpacker, shoulders hunched as if gravity had doubled. The stranger halted exactly at the fire's amber halo, close enough for Sawyer to see fraying pack straps, but too far to read his face. In a voice thin as cobweb, the man breathed one word, "Sorry." It sounded less like an apology than a practiced line. Then he turned and dissolved into the black lattice of trees. Hours bled away, stars sharpened, the fire sank to coals, and freedom started to feel claustrophobic. Then frantic footsteps pounded downhill. Same man, but now mud streaked his cheeks, pupils blown wide. He scanned past Sawyer's right shoulder and whispered, "Why is she with you?" Before an answer formed, he bolted uphill, crashing through pitch-dark firs. Every survival reflex screamed move. Sawyer stamped out the coals, rammed gear into his pack, and launched down trail by moonlight. Shadows jerked across the path, each twig snap reborn as pursuit. Somewhere behind, a phantom lilac scent curled through the cold, a hallucination maybe, but enough to quicken his stride. 5 miles later, the rusty signpost reemerged, and Sawyer drove until sunrise, knuckles bloodless on the wheel. Rangers later shrugged. Dehydration and cold can warp reality. The National Park System logged more than 1,470 search and rescue incidents in just the first half of 2021, a pace that's trended upward every year since 2018. Extreme thirst can spark hallucinations serious enough to kill, as multiple wilderness deaths, including a highly publicized Utah case, have shown. No one ever reported a matching hiker on Bitterroot Pass, and Sawyer still wonders whether the man saw something he couldn't. Cincinnati designer Dana Kapoor loved the kinetic hum of deadlines, until one January night turned the hum into static. At 1:07 a.m., she shuffled downstairs for more coffee and hit a wall of freezing air. The living room window gaped 4 inches past, fully open. No pry marks, no muddy prints, just winter flowing in like a silent river. Dana shut it hard, double-latched, and chalked it up to exhaustion. 40 minutes later, a cannon-loud boom slammed the wall behind her desk. The bedroom on the other side lay peaceful, the hallway undisturbed. Only a pencil-thin closet remained, a catch-all for forgotten parkas. Adrenaline buzzing, Dana slid the door aside. A man crouched behind veils of fabric, his breath fogging from the bitter air, still clinging to him. Eyes glossy, lips curved in a half-smile strangers should never wear. He leaned centimeters from Dana's face and tasted her name like it was sugar. Dana. Instinct drop-kicked thought. She spun, thundered downstairs barefoot, and pounded a neighbor's door until porch lights flared to life. Cincinnati police swept the townhouse in under 7 minutes. The intruder had evaporated. No prints on glass, no scuffs on drywall, no disturbed snow in the backyard. An officer flipped his pad shut and quoted numbers meant to comfort. Out of 563,389 missing person records filed with the FBI's NCIC in 2023, only a sliver involved stranger abductions. Law enforcement analysts at the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children peg non-family snatchings at roughly 1% of their caseload. NCMEC statistics, Dana decided, are anesthetic. Terror is always one of one. She swapped every lock for smart deadbolts and installed motion cameras that ping her phone nightly. They also ping her anxiety. U.S. homes without security systems are 3 times more likely to be burglarized, and break-ins strike somewhere in the country every 26 seconds. Guardian alarm. Nearly half of those intrusions happen while someone is home, contrary to daytime-only myths, with unforced entries, doors or windows left unlocked, making up more than 1/3 of cases. Deep Sentinel Dana now sleeps with earbuds out and a baseball bat within reach, because the only statistic she trusts is the chill dripping down her spine. Lexi Morales never feared sidewalks. Her North Carolina suburb was all cul-de-sacs and porch swings, the kind of place where street lamps paint syrupy pools of light on asphalt. Just before 1 a.m., she left a friend's birthday, too wired to sleep on a spare couch, too tipsy to drive, and started the 1.4-mile walk home. Halfway, a sedan hummed up alongside, window cracked. A middle-aged voice floated out, equal parts gentle and urgent. "You okay? Need a ride?" Lexi declined with a polite wave, heart ticking faster but not yet panicked. The sedan glided away. 5 minutes later, those same headlights reappeared, this time from behind. They tracked her for half a block, brake lights pulsing, then executed a slow U-turn before melting into a side street. Lexi's skin prickled. Gallup polls show 40% of Americans feel unsafe walking alone at night, the highest level in 3 decades. Gallup.com global surveys put the U.S. mid-pack among wealthy nations for after-dark confidence, hovering around 72% who feel safe, meaning more than a quarter do not. UNWO, just shy of home, pavement ends at Whispering Oaks Park, an unlit cut-through flanked by pines. Tonight the sedan idled dead center there, high beams haloing mist. As Lexi neared, she noticed the driver's seat was vacant. Her stomach flipped. A figure stepped from behind the tree line, shoulders hunched as if expecting applause. The woods were the snare. Fight or flight answered first. Lexi bolted up the double yellow phone already glowing. Door slam, engine roar, tires shrieked into a U-turn. But when she barked her location to the 911 operator, the sedan veered off and vanished. Police cataloged tire arcs and filed attempted kidnapping, unknown suspect, a code likely to gather dust. Non-family abductions of adults are even rarer than those of children, but rarity offers little solace when you're the data point. Personal safety apps and self-defense classes surged in downloads and signups after similar near abductions made headlines last winter. The son Lexi now carries pepper spray, a loud personal alarm, and a learned distrust of seemingly empty driver's seats. A glacier-quiet ridge, a cramped home office, a maple-lined lane, 3 ordinary backdrops until instinct painted them red. Sawyer's rushing footsteps, Dana's closet exhale, Lexi's empty sedan all prove that the weird vibe you feel isn't paranoia. Its code evolved over thousands of hunted years. Remember, national park trails still swallow hikers every season, burglars still prize unlocked windows, and headlights still sculpt ambush points. So, the next time a window you know was shut slides open or a stranger's car paces your stride, listen to the shiver as loudly as you'd obey a smoke alarm. Which beat tonight punched you hardest? And what would you have done differently? Drop your answer below. And if you crave more true story chills without the filler, smash that subscribe button before the dark decides it's your turn to star in the story.